Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 56 of That Side Character, and this one is titled Undecided. Your dad, angered now that you weren't replying to him, turned his snarky gaze on Kenma. You turn up here on my doorstep with my daughter after she's run away, to you, obviously, because you're a bad influence on her and making her disobey her father, he said in an irked voice. And what do you expect? Me to greet you kindly? Leave now and don't come back here again. You're forbidden to see Yin ever again. It was exactly as you had feared, and your heart started pounding. No, you whispered, looking down at the ground. No, Your head slowly raised, and you stared at your dad from behind Kenma. He's the only one who's nice to me, you said in a hollow voice. You're not taking the only one I care about away from me. I am your father, and I will make the decisions, your dad said darkly. You don't know what's best for you. I love Kozu, you replied quickly. I said it. I love him, and he loves me, I think. I do, Kenma said, looking back at you with a soft look in his eye. You are 10. Neither of you know anything about love, your dad snapped. Dad, I'm 16, you stated. I'm not 10. Still too young to know anything about love. You're so useless at 16 I thought you were still 10 because that's how you act, your dad belittled you. Kenma couldn't believe his ears. Is this how you were treated at home? No wonder you ran to his house. Come on, Yin, Kenma then said, having heard enough of your dad's irritating drabble. You can stay at my place. No, she won't be staying at your place, your dad snapped. She'll be staying at home here, and you will be going back to your place alone. Kenma had half turned to leave by then, but paused and turned his head so that he could glare back at your dad through his fringe. He radiated hostility, and although you knew he wouldn't throw hands at your dad didn't know that and looked a little taken aback. There was a bit of a standoff between them, then Kenma turned and walked away, taking you with him. Come back here, Yin! Don't you dare walk away from me, your dad called after you. There will be consequences if you walk away! You knew there would be, but you also didn't want to go back to him. Now what? You said out loud. You were asking yourself the question, but also kind of asking Kenma, since this now involved him as well. He didn't reply straight away and just kept walking and pulling you along with him. Kozu? I don't know, he said softly as he walked back home. I'm just going to go and play my game. Stay with me. But what now? Am I staying with you forever? You asked hopefully. I guess, he replied as he got to his house and opened the door, then led you up to his room. Kenma the cat greeted you, and you smiled down at him, and then let go of Kozu's hand to pat him on the head and pick him up. He let you do so, and you walked over with him to the bed and sat down, while Kozu, your boyfriend, sat down on the bed next to you, game loading in hand. You snuggled into the purring bundle of Kenma and inhaled deeply into his fur. He smelled like comfort, and you held him there for a little longer, hoping that by sniffing him you would somehow get some clarity on what you were supposed to do next. Just then your phone rang in your pocket, and you pulled it out to look at it. Oh, Lolita, you said as you pressed the answer button. Hi, Lolita, you said, not in your usual chipper voice. Sunshine, are you coming in today? If you are, would you be a darling and pick me up a coffee from around the corner? I'll have the money ready for you here. You sat up straighter and then looked at Kenma. He paused his game and looked at you. I have work, you hissed at him, quickly slipping your hand from underneath Kenma the cat and placing it over the speaker so Lolita couldn't hear you talking to Kenma on the other end. Go, he said. So he quickly got up and ran to the door, leaving your school bag in his room as he ran down his stairs to the front door. Yeah, I'm on my way now. What did you want? You asked as you ran out of the house and off down the road. Actually, I don't have any money on me, so I'll come and get the money from you and then go back and get you coffee, then run back, you said. Oh, honey, don't worry about it, she said caringly. I don't want you to be running all over the place just for me. No, it's fine, I don't mind, you said as you ran. I'll be there soon, okay? She said her thanks once more, and then you hung up and raced the rest of the way there. You didn't even try to hide the fact that you had bolted there and just came huffing and puffing in through the front door, grabbed the money from Lolita, and then tore back up to the coffee shop. Lolita had insisted that you get something for yourself as well, so you decided to take her up on it, since you hadn't eaten anything that night, really. You had left your house without even putting any of the food that your dad had brought home in your mouth. Now, with the drink for you and drink for her in hand, you went back to the shelter and opened the door. Here's your coffee, you said to her, handing it over, then using the back of your hand to wipe your forehead. Oh, I hope I didn't make you rush, she said sadly, noting how out of breath you were. No, it's fine, you panted. I was running late, so I had to run. I wouldn't have known, she said with a chuckle, then took a sip of her drink. I'm glad you called me, because I kind of had a lot going on, and I completely forgot about my shift here today, you said sadly, looking down at the ground in front of her. Did you want to talk about it? She asked gently. Everybody needs a Kenma and everybody needs a Lolita. Stay tuned for the next chapter 57 coming tomorrow.